behind the barn. Somehow, I always seem to be getting distracted, but anyways, let's get back to working on the interior of the blacksmith by building the floor. I decided to use red terracotta and concrete powder to help bring some color into the room. I think we should be able to hide a super smelter in the basement, so I planned out a staircase using dark oak stairs. To fill up the wall above the staircase, I used a few paintings. After adding a few more details, here's a look at the fully decorated first floor. Moving up to the second floor, I patched up the ceiling and then added a railing using oak trapdoors. This would be the perfect spot for a lava farm, so I crafted up some cauldrons as well as buckets. I then ran over to the lava pool where we had mined obsidian earlier and collected a bunch of lava for the farm. Heading back to the blacksmith, let's begin building the farm by placing a row of cauldrons. Next, we need to place a row of full blocks above that, so I used rock copper just to flex on the haters. Underneath the blocks, let's add our pointed dripstone. At the very top, I placed some temporary dirt blocks and then surrounded them with trapdoors. After removing the dirt, all we need to do is add in the lava. Full transparency, I have fire tick turned off in this world. If I didn't, this would 100% burn down the entire house. Anyways, you can see the farm is working since lava is dripping down into the cauldrons. Eventually they'll fill up, and then we can use the lava for fuel in our furnaces. As I mentioned earlier, I want to put a super smelter in the basement, so I took a minute to make a new pickaxe and enchant it since this is going to require a lot of digging. I ended up getting efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3, so I combined my two pickaxes to create one with efficiency 5 on it. Heading to the basement, I began digging a huge hole where we can build our super smelter. Hopefully this will be big enough. Now that we have a spot to build in, I began crafting all of the necessary items. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough iron for all of the hoppers, so I made a quick trip down into the mines. There's a huge cave system down here that I've barely come even close to fully exploring, so there's still tons of iron all over the place. While looking around, a spider knocked me off a ledge, which nearly gave me a heart attack. I really need to get feather falling on my boots because that was a close one. Anyways, after mining a few stacks of iron, I made my way back home and started smelting it up. While waiting, I went over and cut down some mangrove trees. Once the iron was ready, I crafted the rest of the hoppers. And with that, we should have everything that we need now. Finally, I got to work building the super smelter. I've never built one quite like this before, so I followed a tutorial that I found by Mysticat. To make sure it works, I loaded up the rest of our raw iron, and as you can see, everything flows directly into the output chest super fast. This is going to make smelting so much more convenient. I want to decorate the room since it looks absolutely terrible right now, but I heard a wandering trader outside and he was offering pale oak saplings. I've never used pale oak before, so we have to get these.